Welcome back. Shall we continue? Um, so my plans are going to be doing the side quests, the job quests, which is technically a mini storyline within the of Shadowbringers. All right. Da da ba 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 ba. Can't say I've chatted with you before. I think I'd remember if I had seen. Oh shit! Fuck. And besides, rest assured, I've no secret designs. Name's grandson, bounty hunter by trade, mostly senators. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard, the sort that must get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks have been talking about recently. That's right. Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like minded partner, someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Norvrent. Prize, you say? Prize, you say? Heh, thought you that'll grab your attention, Diakaisons, the fiend I'm after, one of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks are wont to call them. There were hopes that somehow the death of Rothri and the wardens might have put an end to Dickasonin, but alas, no. Seems the rules that bind other senators don't apply to the virtues. Former warriors of of light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago, dear old Brandon was one of them. I'm told, stop me if you've heard all this before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a senator. The better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. You've heard the pitch. So what's the answer? Are you interested in hunting Dickason with me? Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are, for my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of slay eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. Do, 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 do. Bam, 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 bam. Ba-da, ba-da. Hey, man. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Whoops. There we go. There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters we're after were sighted west of the Accession Assessor Gate, so we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor, putting them out of their misery. Ugh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, but I'll be sitting this one out. I need to make sure I can rely on you in battle first. You understand? No, no. Fuck. There we go. Summon that. Attack stance. I don't like that, so I'm going to kill this first. Alright. Ba-ba. Good, clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke. Though, besides, the world could do with less sin eaters. Follow me, it shouldn't be much further. Bum, 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 bum. Don't look at me. Your prey is out there somewhere. Hey, what do I have? Okay, stuff. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of woman I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? Shit. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-bum, bum, bum. this. Sorry about that. Ba-da-da. So just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangement, Akira, will you join with me and hunt the dread fiend Dikaisuni and put an end to his accursed existence? Excellent, then it is settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation, and ours is no exception. Dio Kaisen can be a rather difficult senator to pin down. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you are ready to proceed. Alright, I'm ready. I'll set to embark on our hunt, great hunt, Akira. Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I've no intentions of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of Dio Kaisen's whereabouts. Neverent may not be a particular large realm, even before the flood, but it take us a dozen lifetimes to score every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact Dikai has attacked before, the village of Wright on Colusia. While I don't have reasons to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through. So let's be off then. Shit. Welcome to Right. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me, never mind. We'll save the conversation for the after. Tracking down the Kai Sunni is what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of you turning up useful information. That way, I'd wager. There's one. What? Do you want with me? This information about bastard? The senator, the one that came and killed everyone. Oh God, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? I knew I shouldn't have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horns, eaters and gaga. Okay, someone has PTSD. It's not a fun thing to deal with. Oh yes. Hey, what do you have to say, bastard? Come and find me after you've finished your inquiries. It's not a big village, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Alright. There we go. Here's the other one. Huh? Where did you come from? And do you want with me? We just need information. Do you Kaisen, that thrice damned eater? That's the spitting image of a Galgant knight. That Dia Kaisani. I'll give me a moment. Okay, I thought I was gonna sleep. I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he wicked white. If you had seen the carnage, you would. I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Do well, learn anything worth sharing. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. When what we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. What exactly happened to here? What's your connection to, what happened here? Well, I was planning on telling you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is a good time as any. I was born and raised in Wright, lacking any real prospects. I irked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting than had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. Was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Almorian trader, Block, dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fang of Orthus, he called it. Me and her been talking about trying the proverbial. No, give me a moment. Sorry about that. Buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here, that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had. So when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for the work, quality stuff, but uh, it'll pay for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to right, Liu Kai Sin had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us, the gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter, both of them reduced to mindless fiends just like that. That wasn't time to mourn or to think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met, and we knew it was going to be all right. We ran for each other, and even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there, in front of me, and the next she was. Dio Kai Sin knelt and took the fang of Orthros, then left, leading a host of sin eaters out of right. But Melinda, I still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to to end it. Well, I could never say no to her, not once in the years we'd been together. For all the times she'd welcome me home and with a bowl of hot stew, all the time she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing in my way. For all that and more, I killed her. Ugh! I saw her then, and there, I'd have my vengeance. Steel Kai Sin would die for by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul, an enduring reminder of the vow that I never dare stray from the path. They're all done. No need to be wallowing in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off your hunt. Our hunt. Still, with me to the end, sinner. That's the spirit. Still, I've some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. That's fucking sad. Sorry to kept you waiting, sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. Trouble is, in your absence, I've failed to turn up any information as to the whereabouts of Dikaisen. There is one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue. Through the fangs of Orthus, the bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore, and that the Eater took with him when he left right. Sin-eaters are mindless fiends driven out only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need for worldly possessions. Yet Dio Kai Sin took the bracelet anyway, with which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique, or the sinless bastard somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Either way, I think we need to learn more of the about the fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask, the Amorian trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though Liu Sun's attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader will believe that an eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid You'll have to go in my stead. Akira Melinda said he was a regular at the beehive, so try looking for him there first. All right, let's go to the beehive. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da ba da. And what do I owe you the pleasure? That is your company. The thing of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that should you recover it, you will see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Voibert, that glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit after having it properly restored by a Austrian artisan in right. Alas, she was one of the several casualties of a Sin-Eater attack during which the Fang of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have, of course, been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. Though they have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mord Sook, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for Inceptive, you may be assured that any information that aids in my appreciation of the fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. All right, let's go back to talk to Right. Give me one moment. Bum, bum, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? So he thinks it was stolen. Just as well, we'd properly uh, not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is relative to the fangs of Orthus, then it might attract Diokai Sin's attention. Assuming it hasn't already, let's go. Ah, shit. Come on. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. There we go. Fine weather we're having today in Mordasok, isn't it? No such thing as no such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folks. We'll find no shortage of tight trinkets here. Find the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer as before. Well met. Well met. How may be of service to you? Oh, a choker that once belonged to Voiburtite royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession, but no, I do not. In all my years here, I have never, ever heard of someone unearthing such a thing. Ah, sorry. Just my throat. Yes, do you have business with me, traveler? Do you have anything? The Bright choker. Is that what all the fuss is about? Then you're in luck. My husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you could try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. What news, friend? Ha, to think that it was that easy. You've the luck of the Fae. But we need to hurry. If my theory is correct, then so long as that scavenger has the choker, he's a target for Diukai Sin. Where is it? Okay. Teleport. Pop. Pop. All right. Bum, 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 Do I target? Can I? Okay. They want. Oh, they want to target me. Cool. Mercy, mercy. Take whatever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg of you. Rip. Please, please. All right, all right, all right. Gonna put you dead. I didn't expect Diokai Sin to vanish like an Asian. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self, can see it in their eyes. Like when Diu Kai Sin, don't tell me you saw him. Wicked White, and he took the choker too? Damn it all. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. It's just like right. I was too late to save him. Save him. Just like I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll hunt you into the ends of the world, Diokai Sin. Vengeance will be mine. Right. Yes. Neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. It's just every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first, of her. Alright, oops, it's fucking hell. It's so fucking shine. Alright, let's continue, shall we? Alright. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger didn't, and the wife doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sought it, I'd tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help to find the right words. Not that there ever are any. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your other affairs, Akira. We'll speak again soon. Hey there, sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she'd cry herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had got it. Seems he and his mates took a trip to El Meg a year or so back, hoping to cut off all the Voiborite treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin. They'd learned about, of course, in their greed, they neglected to account the Fey folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumbled upon a remarkable find: three sacred chasers of the royal family. They escaped with two, the Fangs of Orthas being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to a Almorian. Either that merchant you met at the beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which Liu Kai Sin attacks right, presumably cause he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Mord Salk keeps the choker, the eyes of Orthus, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point, there's no denying that Diokai Sin's been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claws of Orthus, then I say we should get our hands on it first, and then use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the Freyr kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better about that. Uh, I was away with the Fae for a time. Why does that not surprise me? Well, if you and the Fae have any understandings, perhaps we can traverse in their land without worry. That settles it. Then we'll head to Elmeg and ask after this Vorbright ring. All right, let's travel to Elmeg. All right. Bum, bum. What a remarkable, uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack, though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually. If we're going to find this ring, after all, the new Mao were part of the Void Bright Society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin with our search. Perhaps there is a village of some sort you can guide us to. Well, there's Pla and I. Oh, very well. Lead on, sinner. Shit. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Something about your Demero speaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? A ring that belonged to the royal family of Voibert, and it was called the Claws of Orthus. But Voibert is long gone, as as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have got to? Oh, hello there. You have questions for me? Yes, yes, I do. The Close of Orthus. It is a ring, you say. The name I have heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, so oil served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Bye bye. Bye, Grante. Had yourself a conversation or three. Learn anything interesting. So this soul oil is one of one we ought to speak with, a former servant of the royal family, which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. We found our Nomo of late. You've proven yourself to be a skilled conversationist. So why don't you explain the situation? I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. The fifth was discovered yesterday, a young girl not yet of age, transformed into a mishapped, happened beast like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern at this rate, any citizen who could be next, tell me you at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long before. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will certain their identity erelong. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs without hesitation. But these are our kinth and kin. Uh, should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Voivert, did you not vow to serve all her people, justice for the weakest among us? Was it not? How many such incidents, innocents, will die before you do what must needs to be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be a invite death into this castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Soldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every bright soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be responsible. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So I am to gamble with their lives instead. Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high. Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit, a rather promising one. From what the captain has told me, you will attend me personally. My lady, you heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together, we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Lady Soldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right, there is no telling when our culprit will strike down, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now, Lady Soldia, Eve, ever the stubborn child, I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it, and more. Hey, hey, are you alright? The way you were holding your head, as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now? Lady Soldia, you saw her with your mind's eye. Then it is as I expected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean she's like Brandon? What have you come to me? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? I see, and for this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg to in search of the claws of Orthus. I am afraid that is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the ether you seek. There is a spot in a river not far from here in which I used to bathe until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. As for you, I have questions. Bum, 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 ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, bum. Oh wait, never mind. I shouldn't be lazy. Let's summon. Oops. Summon my chocobo again. What do I have? Oh, okay, I have this junk. Alright, cool. Let's head back to Soul Oil? 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 Yule? Oil? No. See to the beast, Akira, Soul Oil, Oil, and I have a few things to discuss. The beasts are no more then. Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters, like how sin eaters can spawn more of their own kind. I will speak no more of this or other matters until after you have completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, uh, grandson. Akira accepted my terms, and so must you. So secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? Your comment refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. Alright. Thanks for joining me, and see you in the next episode. Till then, fare thee well.